Hi, I'm Scott Jensen, former Assembly Speaker.
And I'm Chuck Chvala, former Senate Majority Leader.
And we're the Insiders. So Chuck, Wisconsin once again has a surplus, thanks to the great management of the Republicans in the past. Now there's a big debate about what to do with that surplus. So Senator Fitzgerald has said we should cut taxes, give it back to the people. We already passed the budget, we didn't need that money. Others have said, there might be a recession on the horizon. We should save it for a rainy day. I think both Chairman Nygren and Governor Evers have talked about that. So what do you think is going to happen?
Well, what is going to happen versus what should happen may be two different things.
All right.
Tax cuts are a popular thing, but it should go to the rainy day fund. There is a recession coming. The stock market is volatile. It doesn't look good for next year, and a lot of economists are predicting a recession no later than 2021. I remember this happened in the legislature.
Yes.
In fact, there were pins, there were buttons prepared by the Republicans saying, "Where's my check, Chuck?" referring to me because I would be the guy holding this up. And in fact, my view was that it should not happen because this is going to be money that you will need later. Republicans, by the way, are okay with shorting the government of money. It gives them another opportunity to cut government, which in these days means you're going to cut the University of Wisconsin, or you're going to cut health care for people, or you're going to cut K-12 education. So remember this, if they're talking about a tax cut now, what it means is they're going to be cutting education, health care later on. People don't want that. It's not the right thing to do. It's not the responsible thing to do. It's not the way businesses would budget, and that's not what should happen. Will it happen? Let me tell you, those little buttons, it wasn't the buttons, but it was my members. They wanted to go into the election with a tax cut. That's the kind of thing that happens. Not the right thing, but the easy thing.
Well, here's what I think is going to happen. First of all, I think we're in a great spot, right? The debate is, do we take this surplus and give it back to the taxpayers, or do we save it for a rainy day? I do not see anyone running around saying we need to spend this. That's a change here in Wisconsin. The debate is about whether we give it back to the taxpayers now or we save for a rainy day. We have the largest rainy day fund we had in the history of the state of Wisconsin. So we're more prepared than we've ever been for recession. I think it's a no-lose proposition whether they put it in the rainy day fund or in tax cuts. My guess is they're praying and hoping that the November and January receipts show that we have enough money to do both, and that'd be the answer that both parties would be happy with headed into the elections in 2020. So I think that's what we've got. We've got both Democrats and Republicans privately praying for even larger amounts of money to come into state government so that we can do both the tax cut and the rainy day fund.
Remember, really good politicians are about the chess game and the fifth move down the board. Let me tell you, there is a fifth move down the board. Let's see if the governor and his people can figure it out.
We'll see what
that is.
See you
next time.
Hi, I'm Mark O'Connell of the Wisconsin Counties Association. I've often said that if you can walk through your entire life without dealing with county government in any meaningful or substantive way, what that really means is that your life is probably pretty okay. We don't deal with the headline issues. We deal with the issues that you hope you never have to deal with. 911, children in need of protective services, juvenile corrections. Those are the issues that keep our society together. They're the issues that, while you don't have to deal with them, you are happy someone does. And that someone is county government. We're the fabric of our society. And that fabric is woven more tightly when we have good discourse, when we have a breadth of ideas, when we have opposing views talk about and debate what our public policy ought to be. And that's why this show, The Insiders, is so important to the discourse of our state and ultimately to public policy.
I'm Rob Marchand, president of Michael Best Strategies. We're proud to support the WisPolitics Insiders program, extending a legacy started by Strategies co-founder Ted Canavas. Wisconsin is the birthplace of Michael Best Strategies, but many of our clients do business all over the country, in state houses and in Washington, D.C. So the Strategies footprint has grown to meet those client needs. You'll also find our offices in Chicago, in Denver, Salt Lake City, Austin, Texas, and in the nation's capital, so we can address the needs of our clients at the federal level. Each of those offices is staffed by the most respected and connected government relations professionals anywhere in the country. Here at home and around the country, Michael Best Strategies is the place where business and government meet. Visit us at michaelbeststrategies.com.